Oh, what the fuck just happened? Like usually what happened, like if you see my reaction, that threw me all off. There's a beep, the hangout starts. Just now, the hangout started, the beep came. I thought it wasn't on or I didn't know. But anyway, fucking Bay Farm, we find out this girl's she's retired and she's a deadbeat mom. Shit crazy, man. Anyway, you already know they going back to save their, their captured comrades and whatnot. And what you call them, Bolin is actually involved in trying to help them too. We get a couple funny moments, and it was, I enjoyed it, where Bolin is talking to Bayfong. He's telling her, "Yo, Toph, oh, I loved you since growing up and whatnot." And then he starts telling her about. And in this episode, I'm gonna sum it up real quick because most of it is pretty much just fun shit happening. Joking around with Toph and whatnot. And he said he's asking her. He's like, "Yo, I tried to metal bend, but I couldn't get the shit." Turns out, she says anybody can metal bend. Well, any earthbender. Like on the but what you call him? What's the name? Bolin said that only 1 out of 100 earthbenders are metal benders. So I'm guessing what they mean is that only 1 out of 100 actually learn and achieve it, but they all have the capability to. I'm guessing that's what he means. Anyway, the team, they put together this plan about how they're going to deal with Kuvira because they found out she got a damn super weapon and whatnot. The prince actually comes up with a good idea. He said, "Look, yo, let's evacuate the city while we have the chance, just in case some shit pop off. At least some civilians won't get, fucked up." Because he doesn't want blood, sweat, spit, and ass all over the place. Anyway, Kavira's little bitch boy, he's trying out the weapon and shit goes wrong. Now I've been saying this for a minute now. Anyway, one of the pieces to the machine was cracked, and that's why it didn't work, and it almost blew up. Anyway, we found out that Toph was having a problem with Lin was having a problem with Toph. I like how they did this because when they did it with the sister, it was great, and when they're doing it with Toph, it's great. Lin has a problem with every fucking body, and we kept thinking she was tough, and she is tough, just like her mom. But she got emotional issues too that she's dealing with. That's hard for her too. She get emotional too, but in a tough kind of way. So I enjoyed how they did that. I like how they played that out. Off the way she acted in the Avatar, like the first series, reflects here. So her being a deadbeat mom and shit like that all like added up. I said, okay, this is the real Toph. Like if Toph would have been real and she grew up, this is probably exactly how she'd be anyway. So I was enjoying that. Toph's team, they get a plan on how they're gonna go ahead and save everybody and whatnot. They know that when they try out this new weapon that that a lot of the team is going to, Kavira's team is going to be out there working on it. They say, well, we can use that time when nobody's there to go ahead and hurry up, sneak in, and get in, do what we got to do, and jet. He's talking, later on, they're talking to, what's his name? Shit. Bolin was talking this part, and they just was talking, but I love this part. Bolin says, yo, I couldn't find out how to metal bend, right? And she said, well, I could teach you that. She wasn't offering it. She just said, I could have taught you had I been training you, right? And he says, well, I learned how to lava bend. She said, oh, shit. Like she jumped up. She said, oh, shit. She said, hardly anybody could do that. She said, you probably got something. She said, you probably do have some damn talent. And when he flipped, I flipped with him. I was like, damn. My boy Bolin got some shit up his sleeve, Like I felt good when I seen that because Bolin is one of my favorite characters on this series, and him getting acknowledged for that. I like that. Anyway, they put their plan into action. They go down into the catacombs and try to save some of the people, try to save the people in that in the those caves, whatever, the fucking catacombs. Now, the sense, I mean, Toph and where they were, but Toph knew that the people was down there. She's like, damn, she's like, yo, they got mechs guarding a empty cabin. Like, okay, she said that just doesn't seem right? What it was is, think about it. Kuvira knew that they were gonna come after them. Why would they suspend their victims? That way, they wouldn't be able to tell. And just so Kuvira is pretty smart. Fucking person, right? Which is Opal's dad. He's scared. This motherfucker's bitch made. He's not a fighter at all. So they get ready to toss him over like everybody else, and this motherfucker's crying. And else find out the alarms go off. They got to make a quick escape and everything else like that. Anyway, in the midst of all this, they found out that oh yeah, my bad. When they when Toph and the group come and when they came and seen Kuvira's team and all that, and they heard what you call what's her name, Julie talking to Kuvira, Toph knew that she was lying. But you got to take into account that all she knows is that she's lying. Now, I already knew that Julie wasn't really on her team. I was just waiting for the time for her to flip, and I appreciate them doing that. Because, I mean, it didn't even fit her character. But you got to take into account that she only knew that she was lying. She didn't know what she was lying about. All we know is that she's lying. That doesn't prove much. She's lying about. You understand? Like, what you call them? Once they escaped Bolin finds out that Julie been figured out and they was gonna kill her ass. Okay, Kuvira's really evil now. She's getting ready to sacrifice. That right there, that explains it all. Like that Kuvira's shit. And he says, well, you told me that Kuvira was, Julie, so maybe she's on our side. She said, well, hold on, she was lying. That don't mean that she's on our side. That just means she was lying. It don't mean, you know, based on the information we have, we don't have enough, you know, that she was on our side still. Anyway, Korra, she tries to, you know, comes up with this plan. I'm going to go get the spirit to help me. And actually, it's a good plan. I'm going to get the spirits to help me, you know, fight against Kuvira, right? And to be honest, Kuvira is a mutual enemy. The spirits are figuring and look at how the spirit minds was capturing people at random. The spirits seeing what Kuvira was doing, and they're judging all the humans based off of just Kuvira's actions. They're saying, well, Kuvira wants to use us. You must want to use us too because you're human. So everything from the human world is against them just because Kuvira is. That's how they see spirits are racist. They're pure racists, you know what I'm saying? Just pure racists. Animals. That's what they are. But anyway, she tries that shit doesn't work. We cut back to Kuvira's team, and they getting ready to test out the machine, and they getting ready to blow this fucking place, that city up. And right in the nick of time, the Bay Fong sisters come out and stop that shit. What you call them? Bolin and Opal, they almost got killed. And when you seen that damn beam come out, it vaporized the mountain. That's how strong it is. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. Anyway, one of the best parts of this episode was when it's during this fight, right, with the Bay Fong sisters and when Bay Fong jumps up, wait, what's the other girl name? Not Lin. What's her fucking name? I can't believe I'm forgetting her name right now. Bay Fong's sister. You know what I'm talking about. When she started fighting, that's ridiculous. They was using the whole fucking train. Like every bit of metal on that train was being used. She was picking shit off, using it as a bow staff. She was Kuvira was launching fucking sheets at you know, and when she used that plate and blocked it and turned the shit into some armor, made a jacket out of it. Man, I watched that part like 3 or 4 times. Like literally. That part was off the fucking chain. But after that, after they got the drop on them, they was on the defensive after that. They the force. Anyway, they stop all that shit. But then you see this big ass fake or whatever comes across, right? And it hits everything but where the uniform family is. And that's when you knock everybody around. Like she reveals what she she tells her, yo, I was just a bad mom. That's just, that's what it was, She said, I just forgive me, you know what I'm saying? And all that kind of shit. You know that old mushy shit and all that kind of stuff. What's his name? Opal and Mako hooked back up because he did so much shit, saving them and everything. But she says, yo, I got to leave. She said, even though I'm a strong bender and all that kind of stuff and I can help, I got to leave this shit to the new people. I like how they did that because a lot of times people don't realize you got to exchange hands. That torch got to exchange hands at some point in time. You can't be on top at all times. She says her back was killing her. She said her back was hurting, right? Now, add that shit up. Even though she's a powerful bender, she's frail. Kuvira when it comes to bending. But check this out. Even though she might be able to win, here's the problem. Kuvira doesn't need to hit Toph but once before Toph is done. That's why she can't, fight. She get hit in the back, she done. You understand? It's like, okay, I got all this power, but if I ain't got no defense. If I get hit with one thing, it only takes but one attack and I'm done. Even if I'm not be able to fight Toph at full strength because Toph is just so powerful. If she gets hit, she can take it and keep on ticking. Toph get hits once and that's it. And I like how she's giving the torch to the new avatars and whatnot. She's like, you know what? I wasn't involved in the fight before because I know if I looked up. She said, let something fall on my foot and my bunion start acting up. She said, it's over with. She said, so I got to leave it with them. And she likes to, she's one of those people that, respects the order of things. Yo, I'm old. Let me fall back. Let the new people handle it. Let Tenzin be the damn, mentor. Let the younger generation have it. Plus, every time it's always worked. The younger generation, right shit. Anyway. Up. Comments, like the video, and subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke, and you got the power to change that.